in Jonah chapter 1, verse 17. And Jonah was in the belly of the fish 3 days and 3 nights. Okay? And was is this Haya, 1961. Remember, it's a karate chop. God's zapping. But you got to agree with God to come back into this where you're existing. To become, come to pass emphatically back into God's loving righteousness. Like Jonah or King David, the apple of God's eyes, to be effervescent, to be in hot pursuit, basically, of God. This is in the storms, and in this beast nature that you're thrown into, and swallowed up, encompassed, elliptically encompassed by this beast nature, your red way of thinking, carnality, death way, and this seed of Christ trying to come out. You got to agree with this to chop out little pieces of this beast nature. Hiya! It's an opportunity God's giving you in this storm to chop this crap down. Bring this down, this decrease, and God increase. Okay? Now, says, and Jonah was. And was is that from that, Hiya. Okay, and Jonah from Jonah, that's, my dove, and to be effervescent, to be enthusiastic, enlightened, be in hot pursuit of God, right? Be just like King David, the apple of God's eye. Be like Paul, being small in that old way, the red way, and growing larger in the green way, agreeing with God. You got to be in hot pursuit of God. And decreasing this and increasing that, just like decreasing in that, like John the Baptist, the old ways. Letter of the law, decrease in that and increase in God. All right. Now, in the belly, that's in your inward parts of your mind is where this is going on. Down in the deepest ball, big ball of your mind, that's a lower ball, single thought process, down into a little thought process in that. It's all double-minded. Beast nature, God's bringing you out of this in the storms. Agree with me, my child? Yes, sir, Daddy. Or if you feed this way, it's going to become this insolent giant fish. It's going to produce more and more. Just like this, what's that word again? It's prolific. The more you feed it, the greater it gets. This thing grows completely out of control, like dark energy. Just feed into it. It grows faster and faster and faster away from God. Away from the right-mindedness. And each and every little spot becomes farther separated. Speaking of separation, the carnal mind, to be carnal minded is death, separation from God. You're separating yourself from any spot with a spot. Instead of becoming more compact in God's right-mindedness and the glory of God becoming denser, you're becoming less dense. In your ways, more unstable in all your ways, more double-minded. More in duality. Dumbass. You're becoming mute, donkey, in your own BS thinking. Your ass nature, your donkey nature. Instead of being knocked off that donkey's ass, your ass, like Saul, becoming to Paul, the rightful mindedness of God. You're saying, no, I'm not going to do it. By the swimming of this giant fish trying to sling you loose. So it's becoming less and less dense. Instead of coming back into God's right mindedness and slinging this crap out. Slinging this bull crap out. Feces slinger this way, not a feces slinger at this. Accusing God. Don't kill out God, try to suppress God. Suppress this thing. Kill this thing. Don't leave none of it alive when you come into these cities, these little balls. God's separating it. Agree with God. Get rid of all this thing. Kill every little bit of this. Every little baby thinking process, this demonic, this insolent of God. Ways your own thinking processes. Squatting king, trying to throw out the rightful king. No. agree with the rightful king, emphatically in hot pursuit. So you throw out this bullshit thinking. This worthless and detestable, temporary, transitory, temporary and unsatisfactory ways of your own good and evil thinking. It won't last. Just like when you're young and vibrant, you're looking old, man. Look how pretty boy, pretty girl I am. With time, this thing's going to look like pretty wretched. Haggerty, almost like a little, oh man, they got warts on their nose and everything. Not very appealing. Huh? Gotta get rid of this thing. Because this is growing better. This is growing more and more bitter. Against, directly opposed to God's ways. This fleshly thinking is, it's transitory, it's temporary and unsatisfactory. It's vanity. Vanity of vanities, all these vanities. Said King Solomon, it's temporary and unsatisfactory. It don't amount to a big pile of poop. Better get rid of it. All this stuff you thought was so beautiful, a facade, it's polishing outside of that cup, don't mean crap. When you die on this earth, it don't mean nothing. You can't take none of it with you. What do you feed into God? That's what you're going to take. That's what your true identity, what you're existing. It's hiya that you're cutting out of this. Hiya! And coming back into existence into God is what your true identity is. Claim it. Use that talent to claim God in yourself. Don't claim this poop thinking, because it don't last. And try to suppress anything of true permanent increase in God. I'm not imperfect. I'm going to God's correction at all. And you're staying like a seed. And coming back to this great temporary stuff, this transitory stuff, it just made me great right now, and then slam! And your little seed, hee-haw and donkey for eternity. Forever and ever, I'll just sing, hee-haw, 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 hee-haw. I don't know what I'm talking about. Hee-haw, hee-haw. How'd you like to be a mascot like that? You're in the kingdom, but man, you're the lowest of lowest of lowest. The least in the kingdom of God. Or do you want to hog tie this least stuff, this temporary, transitory bullcrap, humanistic fish thinking, beast nature, your hee-haw and donkey, all this stuff, accusing, pointing the finger. Quit that junk, become small in that. Become larger, increasingly larger in the right-mindedness of God. This stuff that looked bad becomes great. Pearls of great price. Then you're speaking in the tongues, the love of God. Magnificent in you, Lord. I trust in you, Lord. I'm not trying to fly in my own sweet by and by. I'm existing in you. I'm becoming one in God. Not trying to go my own ways. Okay? Now, so you're swallowed up, encompassed in this old fish thinking. The seed of Christ is. But it's an opportunity to agree with God and chop out this crap here. In the belly, in your inward parts, in your mind. And it says this fish, this insolent, and all that stuff I was telling you. It's growing prolific and all that. This great, insolent, bad-mouthed son of a dog. Actually, that word is D-A-G. It's pronounced D-A-W-G. Let's see. It's pronounced like this. Oops, hang on a minute.
Strong's H1709. Dog.
Dog. That dog. This dog is a dog. There's a little bit of play on words there. D-A-W-G and D-A-G. Dag man. Dog. It's dogging you. Trying to keep you from coming back to Christ. Dogging God. Dog that crap thinking and come back to God. Which way you going, my child? Which one do you choose down in this crashing waves? Each cycle. Crash. Which way you choose? Which way you choose? God's way? Boom. Come up higher. Your own way? Oh. You're going down. Going down. You'll shit it. Bop, bop. Because you're seeing here and taste that the smell's got a log in its eye. Called that old fish, that old beast taker, that dog, that dagging dog dig. Trying to, yuck. Be insolent to this way. Don't be insolent to God. Now, down in your inward parts, in your mind, in the deepest, right? Just like in Ezekiel, the will within will within will, down in your mind. Ball within a ball within a ball. Many balls in there. God's going to split them. You know what I'm talking about? I hope so. Now, 3 days and 3 nights. Number 3 is speaking of these 3, like a 3 trimester, first, second, third day, in the belly of your earth. Now, in these days and nights, okay, days is this yom.
Strong's H3117.
Yom, okay.
Yom.
All right, so that's heating up in the presence of the S-U-N, and in this spiritual, it's the presence of the Son of God. In the presence of this, it's heating this stuff up. It's opportunity to agree with God in this Yom, the heated up of the day, hold tie this yuck stuff, and come back to God. All your days is 3. All your life, the first, second, third day in your experiences. 3 days in the earth, 3 days in this lifetime. Okay? And then the 3 nights, the 3 times in your nighttime, the ignorance. Nighttime speaks of ignorance of God's love. When you're ignorant, you're mostly surrounded by this crap. Can you agree with God? That's the only way out. Agree. Hog tie this thing. Duct tape in the mouth. Around the hands and feet. And God will bring you up. Well done, zap. Well done, thou good faithful servant. Flawless victory. Zap each time. Zap! 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 Zap, da, da, zap, zap, da, da, zap, zap, da, da, zap, zap, zap. I shall zap, 'cause you bow the knee to me. Zap, da, zap, da, zap, da, zap, da, zap, zap. And I'll bring you back to existence in the self-existent God. Back into God. God, I am, the great I am, the self-existent one, is your exceeding, the highest mark you can get. It's in God. Resting and relying in Yahweh. Oh, bring the Elohim, that little seed of Christ, back up to God, to the fullness of God. Get all the loving righteousness that you can get in God, a higher order, a higher state of being. Come into a cloud as you exist. Overcoming, sons. Overcome. Drop that stuff out higher. And come back into God. Huh? Don't just leave it out there. Well, you guys will never know about this stuff, so you just keep down there. I'll belittle you. No. Put it out there and get pictures that speak much more than a word. You can't tell about it in less than 1,000 words. And sometimes I feel like, I gotta talk, can't get it out now. That kind of explains why. God showed me all these pictures and stuff. My goodness. Rather than get overwhelmed, I'm trying to be patient and just bring it out when it brings out. lower down that big rope. Okay, here it comes, buddy. Here it comes. Grab it. Okay. God's bringing us all back into his glorious nature, character, and authority. We're baptized. Baptized. Bring back up. And the God's righteousness. Nope. Try to baptize God into this poop thinking. That ain't gonna work. Beat it, you damn old dog. Yeah. All right. All your days and nights, all that nighttime, in the ignorance of God's love, and all that daytime when he's bringing you up and bringing it to a higher and higher and higher state in the presence of the Son, S-U-N, in the presence of God. Wow. So you're becoming brighter and brighter, more illuminated, more enlightened into God's love. You're gaining more and more racham, the ability to love God as he first loved you. The cham, the meat, nuclear fusion. It's like coming out of nuclear fission, the nighttime, splitting it, and coming up to God. Then you come on up, the daytime, let me find that other. The racham, the ability to love God has increased to meet God's infinite love beyond words. Boom, boom, fusion. Nuclear fission, nighttime, nuclear fusion, daytime. All the days of your life. Hopefully you catch that. I love you. Let's get it. Be excited, emphatic for God. Not this bullshitting dog. Don't be a fan of this stuff, a fanatic for this. Be a fanatic for God. That's all that's important. A ball team, something, that's fine for a temporary, but it's just, realize it's just temporary. Ain't even worth getting angry about. Goes in 2 or 3 years, so you don't even remember who was playing. I don't quite remember. It seems like somebody, but I don't really know. 30 years. I don't really know who's playing. I don't really care about that crap now. Might remember, man, I got real pissed off and I made a pure ass out of myself. I punched some dude in the face, and I don't remember what exactly for. Well, it's for. It's because of some ball game or something, and I don't even remember the details. But man, I remember punching him, or mouthing off, get thrown in jail, mouthing off, get my jaw broke, my nose broke. I got the crap beat on me for that, or I beat the crap out of them, and I went to jail, or. You know, that alcohol really helped me a lot. It made me real dumbass. Oh! When storms in my life really messed me up. Come back to God. Drop this stuff like it's hot. It doesn't even matter one bit. Don't be any kind of fanatic for this bullcrap. Temporary, transitory stuff. Be emphatic for God. Do all things as unto the Lord. Take everything captive to the obedience of Christ, meaning hog tie this stuff. Come back to God. Pray continually. Hog tie this stuff. Communicate with God, not with this squatting king. Okay? Have a great day. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Well, I'll wait, okay? I'll do this next one in a little bit, okay? Bye-bye.